What's up guys, it's Rogueteer here and welcome to an amazing video on the channel. So for today we actually have a very tired Rogueteer here. Rogueteer realized he didn't have a video prepared for the next day, which is the Thursday. If you're watching this on the day of release, hopefully on the Friday. And if it didn't make it for the Friday, well, you know why. But I do apologize in advance. You know, I did get all the cards together. All the cards may or may not be in the same color sleeves, as I've had them all in binders and I've been testing them online. But this is a update on the Voiceless voice deck profile I uploaded a while ago now, actually. I think it's very, very good, this format. I think going into Rage of the Abyss, it's also a very good deck. It doesn't gain anything, but it doesn't lose anything necessarily either. And I think that is fantastic for the deck like this. I think this deck is on the cusp of sort of taking over the meta, really. It's very, very strong, very consistent, and it does a lot in engine. Sort of like the Fire King deck profile I uploaded on Monday. You can out back row with the deck, you can out combo decks with the deck, you can sort of have a control play style, you can go for more extensive combos, you can do a bit of everything with this deck, and that's very, very nice. So if you do enjoy this type of video, even though maybe you're not getting me at my best, I do apologize, work has been very busy. Please make sure that you do leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below what do you think of Voiceless Voice, or just leave a comment down below saying what deck you're going to be playing post Rage of the Abyss. And without any further ado, let's get straight into the deck profile. Starting off with the deck profile here, of course, we have Triple Low, or No Vox, depending on what you want to call her, Prayers of the Voiceless Voice. Now, she is pretty essential. Let me try and get the lighting on her here. I think that's all right. She's pretty essential, considering that she essentially is the heart and soul of the deck. So she's a level 1 fairy, which comes up 50 attack, 2050 defense, which is actually pretty big. Let me try fix the shadowing here. I apologize, I've sort of moved everything. There we go. I think I've improved the lighting there. Sorry, this is a very sort of as it comes video, and I apologize. So yes, level 1 fairy, 50 attack, 2050 defense. It can count as a whole tribute for a light ritual monster that is a warrior or dragon, which is fantastic. So all our level 7 or higher rituals are just free with this card. If this card is normal special summon, you can place a Voiceless Voice continuous spell or trap from your deck face up. That doesn't add, so it can't be ashed, which is really good. And if it's in the graveyard and a warrior or dragon light ritual monster is summoned to the field, special summoned to the field, it can special itself back, which is really, really nice. And once you play Voiceless, you'll realize just how crucial this card is. Triple Saphira, this is our main combo starter as well. You can discard this card and you send a ritual spell from your deck to the grave and then add a light ritual monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, so it can be belled because it adds from the grave. It can then banish itself from the grave to ritual summon a light ritual monster from your hand by tributing monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal or exceed the level. So she grabs you your ritual monster and then acts as the ritual spell herself. She is essentially a better pre-preparation of rites. Just be careful with DD Crow or Bestial-like effects on her, because sometimes that can really shut you down. For another extender, here's where the mismatched sleeves come in. We have Triple Diviner of the Herald. I have my beautiful QCRs on the way, because I want to play this deck in max rarities. I think it's beautiful. What does it do? It can send a fairy from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard on normal or special summon and increase its level. Important because we can send Herald of the Abyss or the Trias Hierarcha. And if this card is tributed, you can special 1 level 2 or lower fairy from your hand or deck. Keep note that low or no Vox is a level 1 fairy, meaning that if you do the Trias Hierarcha combo, you get a low from the deck for free. So this acts as your 4th, 5th, 6th copy of low, which is amazing. For the rituals, double Skull Guardian, just a free Omni Negate if you control low on the field alongside this, which is fantastic. And on ritual summon, it's going to be able to add you a Voiceless Voice monster, I believe, or a ritual monster, which is warrior or dragon, which is amazing. And as I said, he has an Omni Negate every single turn on a quick effect. And we have the one Seravis, the Ancient and Ascended, kind of the inspiration for this deck, I think. He sort of started everything. And he's really good. He gives targeting protection, which comes up a lot. Or if he's on the field, you can return him to the hand to negate the summon of an opponent's monster. which doesn't start a chain. So Xyz, Link, Synchro, that type of thing. This guy can negate. We also have the one Odd Eyes Pendulum Graph Dragon. I think this card is really, really nice. Negates spells and then special summons the Meteor Burst from the extra deck. Meteor Burst is insane against Tempais, and the fact that it can negate one spell is good. I actually made a mistake in my last combo video, thinking that the Meteor Burst could actually special summon this back from the Pendulum Zone. Once this is in the Pendulum Zone, it's kind of stuck there until the end phase. You can't actually loop it twice, which is unfortunate, but still the card is worth playing. For the bricks of the deck, we got the Trias Hiraka. This card's actually alright to open in your hand anyway. It can sort of act as targeting, dodge, or interruption during your opponent's turn, but it's better just if it's in the graveyard. And the one Dogmatica Maximus. Obviously, this is a ritual deck, and we don't really use the extra deck too much, meaning Dogmatica Engine is free, and we play the Maximus for that reason. For the spells, Triple Barrier, just help consistency and give you targeting protection is essentially what it does. So I play 3 of it. We have double Prayers of the Voiceless Voice, just a ritual spell. We need to play it because we need to be able to dump it to the grave. Playing 1 is risky if you open it for that reason. But again, if you open it, you can just do the OG ritual summon way by tributing stuff from your hand or field. And also, if a ritual monster is sent to the graveyard by an opponent, you can banish this card and special summon a Saphira or Skull Guardian from your hand or deck, ignoring the summoning conditions, which is really good. We also have 1 Blessings of the Voiceless Voice, recursion, and also gives you the ability to ritual summon during opponent's turn, which is invaluable against stuff like Dimensional Barrier. And we have 1 Radiance of the Voiceless Voice, more consistency, specialing from the deck, or just pops on the field when you need be, which is fantastic. For the power spells, Triple Nadir Servant card is completely cracked. Better Sky Striker Engage in this deck. It's just really, really good. Double pre-preparation of Rites. Dropped it from 3 to 2 because, yes, this card is very good, but again, we don't want to be seeing too many copies on our hand. We want to be seeing very impactful cards, and opening 2 or 3 of pre-prep is heartbreak. We play 1 Pot of Prosperity, as it's at 1 now. Helps with consistency, and I think it's just a good card to have in a deck like this. And now for the hand traps, we're going to start off with 1 Bestial Magnamut. This actually can search our Saphira, so not only is it disruption, but actually acts as a combo starter, so I needed to play it for that reason. We have triple Nibiru, just because Omni negates and Monster negates are on the way out, so Nibiru becomes all the more impactful. Triple Ash Blossom, because Ash is Ash, stops stuff like Branded Fusions, just stops any rogue deck as well. It's just so applicable. Triple Veiler, non-once per turn. Effect negation is very nice. Triggers stuff like Thrust and Talents, unlike Infinite Opponents, which again is on the spot. Effect negation, doesn't trigger Thrust, doesn't trigger Talents, is the only good hand trap in this build, where drawing it as a 6th card is actually alright, as it trades 1 for 1. You can play Dominus Purge. I just don't have those cards, but if you did, you could either replace Ash or the Veiler and make yourself sort of more resistant to cards like Thrust and Talents. But now let's move on to the extra deck. Moving on to the extra deck, let's start off with a Link 5 in the Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. Helps out stuff that is just unaffected and pesky, so we just play it because we don't want to be losing to cards like that. For the Link 2s, we have IP-SP combo, very good. Thankfully, SP just got a reprint, still kind of expensive, so you might want to wait until the Bonanza set. However, we can easily make an IP into SP combo while still having our Omni Negate as well, which is fantastic. We have 1 Dynamondo. I was playing this card at 2. It didn't come up nearly enough to warrant the extra space in the extra deck, so we play the 1 Dynamondo now. We make it, if we need it, we make it, and if we don't need it, it's only taking 1 spot in the extra deck instead of 2. We also play a lot of targets for the Dogmatica engine, so we have the 1 Tri-Brigade, draws a card and puts 1 to the bottom. That's the only reason why we play it. We have the 1 Relinquished Anima, lowers a level 1, and you can punish bad zone placement. Respect the zones, shout out to Dan. And we have the Salmon Grey Almirage into Secure Gardener in case we open too many hand traps and we have access to Maximus in our hand. Normal a hand trap, make Almirage, go into Gardener, banish a Almirage, summon Maximus, send 2, hopefully find a way to start your engine that way. For the synchros, we play 2, and again, they're both primarily targets for your Maximus. We play 1 Herald of the Arclight, as this searches any ritual, monster, or spell. And we play 1 Cyphrim Loader Omega. This is mostly for stuff like the original Snake Eyes, which in the grave for 1 turn, and then they can search any fire. So you can send this to the grave and then sort of get rid of it by putting it back into the extra deck, which is really nice. So good graveyard removal. For these fusions, we just went over synchros. We play the 1 Garura for the draw, the 1 Skull Knight, because this is like an Entis, except you get to pick when, but it's only on monsters. We play 1 Entis, of course, and then we play the 1 Sky Crisis. That's 14 cards. The 15th card is, of course, the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. I just don't have that card, but that card is definitely the 15th. Amazing against Tempai, and it's very free as you summon it off the Pendulum monster. So, free summon, amazing against Tempai, and comes up just randomly against other decks, like Unchained. If you destroy some stuff in the battle phase, none of them can float. So that's just really nice too. So that is the end of the deck profile. I apologize if this didn't seem as polished as my usual ones. As I said, I've literally just realized now that I didn't have a video for tomorrow, and I really want to keep to the schedule. So please just do smash a like for this type of dedication. I've been uploading 2 videos a week for I don't know how many weeks now. I don't want to miss any. Shorts every day, polls every day. Your man Rogue Tier is on it. Just for this video, please excuse the sleeves, and if the video seems a little bit rushed, you can hopefully understand and subscribe anyway. So, without further ado, I'm Rogue Tier here, and I'll see you all on the next video.